All right, welcome in. Let's have a great show tonight. We're going to have Joey Machado talking charcoal with Texas Original Charcoal. We got Case Hahn. He is here tonight. We'll be talking just quick barbecue. All right, let's get this show started. Let's go. Here we go.
Hello there. I'm Dennis Butterworth with Warpick Barbecue, but you can call me Butter, and you're listening and watching the So Smoking Gooder Show with Rob Arocha.
That is right, Butter. What is up, everybody? I put Butter on because he is the vice president of IBCA, and I just got done getting my ass whooped in an IBCA contest, and we'll talk about that tonight. What is up, Case? Good afternoon or evening.
What's up?
Where are you at? It's dark in there.
My house.
It's dark in there.
I'm trying to hide all of my kids' randomness behind here.
I didn't do our full intro tonight, so let's do the intro. Although that 3-minute intro, you hated it. I think you love it now because you're just clicking in right at 8 o'clock.
Hey there, everybody. This is Aaron, the Retro Guy, host of the Morning Roast Radio Show, and you're locked in to the So Smoking Gooder Show. Give it to them, fellas.
Give it to him, fellas. Yes, thanks, Aaron, the Retro Guy from TikTok, the Morning Roast Radio Show. Appreciate that. Guys, you know what time it is. It's 8 o'clock on Wednesday, and you know where to be. That is watching these two fools right here talk barbecue on the So Smoking Gooder Show. Thank you for tuning in, whether you're checking us out on the Facebook or on YouTube or on Twitch. We appreciate it. Not just 27,000, Sean. We're up to 34,000 across all of them. Case, how are you doing tonight, buddy? Good to see you.
I'm good, man. How are you?
I can't see you.
You're
like all darky.
I can put some lights on if it makes you feel better.
No, you're good. You're good. No, turn them off. Turn them off.
You
Now
suck.
I can see you. No, I'm just kidding. What's up, buddy?
Hey, man, how are you?
I'm good. Yeah. Did you pay your electric bill? Somebody asked over here. Oh, your boy Brian Fox.
If anybody knows, Case doesn't pay any bills in his house. That's his wife's job. Except for season tickets. Case pays for all sporting events.
And there are quite a few, buddy. There are quite a few. Yeah, so things are going well. How'd it go last weekend for you?
Yeah, man, tailgating opened back up. Anybody out there? There was a lot of people came by the tailgate. Hats off to the Rec Tech grills. I can tell you that much. They got put them into work. Man, I threw a 16-pound brisket on, 2 pork butts on the RT 700, 10 o'clock the night before the tailgate. Went to bed. I got up at 3, put 5 hours of smoke on them, wrapped them up. 2 hours later, man, they were done. Threw them in a Cambro, got to the tailgate, sliced it up, man. And it was fantastic food. It was all gone. Had a great tailgate, big turnout, lots of cold beer. Texans didn't lose. They didn't fucking win either.
They didn't win either. Yeah. They did not win either. A tie. What the hell? Why even play the game?
We already had this conversation today. I'm not going back there. I'm in a happy place. So
I am not in a happy place.
Astros won.
Astros are doing well. So great job tailgating. I'm glad you're back in. And speaking of tailgate, shout out to our guest last week, Craig Renfro with Tailgater Magazine, and of course my good buddy Barry Laminack from the Barry on Deck show. That was a lot of fun. I did get some good feedback from people, so we might hit them up in the middle of the year or maybe towards the end of the year when the Super Bowl rolls around to see where we are at. Barbecue fan.
I'm well on the way to proving Barry wrong. So
I thought we were going to be able to have him, eat crow, but it didn't quite work out that way. Barbecue fan, hello. Who are you, barbecue fan? Unless you're just a barbecue fan, we appreciate it.
That's hardcore to be the barbecue fan. Welcome to the show, barbecue fan.
Welcome to the show. All right. Speaking of people commenting, Daddy Dutch was first in. Barbecue fan right behind him. Mark Suarez, let's effing go. All right. Jared McCrory, hello. Brian Fox, hello. What is it? He says yellow.
That's as in the preferred lot that he prefers to tailgate in.
Oh, yeah. Preferred lot of the Brian Fox show. Yellow. Hector Sinega, welcome in. Corby Simpkins, hello, my good buddy. Jeff Dennison, Uwe Braun, hello. That's the guy that met you at Hutto that he was wearing the shirt. That's him, Case. Greg Minotti, hello. Johnny Maggs, hey, what up, buddy? Kevin Wise, hello. Harold Williamson, hello. Dennis Jones, Sean Trainer,
Brian Fox. We're his favorite podcast. That's awesome.
Yeah. Carlos, what's up, buddy? God's Country Barbecue, that is Aaron. Yeah, AJ Garza, what's up? Tom and Bell from the Tom Ball VFW are tuning in. Drink. We got Daddy Dad. Can't have a show without Renee Gonzalez. # Blow and Smoke AP Rub. Although I have missed that, Renee. I'm glad you're back, buddy. CB, great job this weekend. Who else we got here? Burley, hello. We're going to be talking about his event, which I will be at this weekend. Bobby Delgado. Man, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you very much. James Minotti, he made me a really nice wood box. Man, I should have posted a picture of that for the show, but you can go to my So Smoking Gooder Show page and see that. Jen Lee, congratulations on a great event. The Grab 'em in the Brisket boys are watching. Thank you, guys. We had a great show with you guys. Britt Davis, hello. All right, that's going to be all the people that are catching up right now. We're up to 50,000 already, Case. Can you believe that?
That's awesome. I do have to say, just to get the comments fired up today, I briefly talked to you. Just to get comments going. We do read comments, and let's get the conversation going while you and I are just randomly talking about things. But I got a topic to bring up, especially since the brisket guys are on here too. Maybe they'll talk about it on their show. So a vendor came in today to pitch a pellet smoker to me to carry in my stores.
Okay.
I want to know everybody's opinions on this. Was a U.S. built product. Their pitch to me, it's now being outsourced. It will be $1,000 cheaper to be manufactured outside of the United States Does that change your opinion? I'm not going to say what brand it is. It is a pellet smoker. Ours aren't made in the United States either, but it's a current U.S. manufactured pellet smoker, not RecTech, that is going to be outsourced, but it will be $1,000 cheaper. It's going to go from $4,500 down to $3,500. It's a premium pellet smoker.
I was going to say, that's a big old pellet smoker.
So in the comments, blast away. Got a lot of cooks in there, and you may not even be a pellet head like me, but I want the feedback just so I can, make better decisions.
So make a clear and concise question. What is your question here?
Are you okay with having a product that's been manufactured in the United States for more than a decade be moved outsourced outside the United States if the price is $1,000 cheaper? There's your comment feed. I want to see the comments later on tonight. So let's get the comments fired up. What's your opinion, America?
America, or at least the guys that are watching tonight from America. Yeah, 3,500. That's what I said. What? So it must be a large pellet smoker. I don't know the pellet smoker I've ever seen. 3,500.
Currently, it's $4,500. It would drop to $3,500.
Okay. All right. You get what you pay for. Someone, yo, what's up, James? How are you? I'll see you this weekend as well. Somebody said, no, I am not that big a fan of Case. Barbecue fan just went, this is a new guy. He had a B under his name. Now he's actually has a smoker there. Let's see who Barbecue fan is. All right. But I don't know. Is the new Traeger 4,500? We're not, he didn't mention a name. I don't know who.
Traegers are Traegers have been outside the United States for a long time. This is actually a manufactured in the United States grill currently, but it's being moved.
Yep.
India. There's your hints for tonight.
India. Okay. All right. So we have been, I have been on a nice little roll over the last year. I have had 2 streaks going into last weekend's contest. One streak was that for all of 22, I've been blessed to be able to get out of my chair. So that was pretty impressive, and I am very proud and don't take that for granted, because the barbecue gods can be cruel, as they were this weekend. And the other streak was in all my times that I've cooked at the Danny Dietz Memorial Classic, which you guys have heard me talk about many times, which I love the event. I love doing it. I love there. I just have never had success. So those were my 2 streaks going into last weekend. Only one streak was going to come out of it. And the one that did come out is not the one I wanted it to come out. So I am still still shut out at the Danny Dietz Memorial Classic. Not only did I get shut out, I got my ass handed to me, rolling in there, big chested, ready to go, ready to get a paddle. And congratulations to Scotty Bryce, Anna Bryce, and Jonathan. He's in the comments, John Barton. This gentleman right here, RGC. What's up, John? Congratulations. A lot of great event, a lot of great teams out there. They had 91 teams out there. I finished 55th. I just looked it up. That was my master ticket case. Case was
So here's a little word of advice for you. If you're going to cook the gold standard, that is the IBCA, if you want to get your detailed sheets, you need to be a member of the IBCA. Unfortunately for Rob, he's not a paid member of the IBCA. So he reached out to me so I could look at his detailed scores and I could review every judge that hated him today. So it was a fun conversation for me. So yes, one of the key benefits of being a member of the IBCA is that you get to see your score sheets. One of the things not so good about not being a member is you have to call somebody like me, like Rob did, so I can actually read his results to him.
And Case was probably the worst person to call because he's reading the results and laughing the entire time at my 6s and 5s or whatever the hell I was given at this event. And I am not asking for Josh, I appreciate you. You've been killing us, sir. I appreciate that. But a lot of people were like, good luck, but you'll get them next time, buddy. I get all that. I was just saying it because I had been talking about it on the show. I had 2 streaks. One was a really good one and one was not a good one. And it just worked out. So I had to come back and say, I just didn't want to leave it out there without saying, hey, I didn't get a call. So,
well, thank you to the thousands of people that decide to log on to Rob's Facebook page, look at a picture of his chicken and say, "That's delicious." Did you bite your computer? Rob's
And,
appearance scores are just fine. It's taste and texture he had to work on.
were they fine? I don't know. You were the one able to read them. I wasn't. I was just mainly putting it on there. I did post that. I was salty. Don't get me wrong. I was freaking salty that day.
Those are my favorite. Cooks that post that, like, unless we're going to talk about your appearance scores, listen, I can't taste your computer screen. I'm not going to lie. My chicken looked phenomenal from Hutto. But 106th place chicken tastes like 106th place chicken.
106th place chicken.
Exactly.
Now I don't feel so bad with my 62nd place chicken. I wrote 66. And again, I wasn't the only reason I posted a picture of that. And again, I was salty. I was fucking salty. I was salty. But the only reason I did that is because in my last 7 events, and one of them was an IBCA event in Trinity. What'd you call it? Hashtag, what'd you say earlier?
I saw it was referred to as the golden standard.
Gold standard, yes. Okay, gold standard. Yeah, that's what they like to say, and all of their hashtags. They can hashtag all day long. But hey, you want to talk about because Case, you did make a comment when you step up into the IBCA league or whatever you wrote on my post. But I did want to remind you. What'd you say?
Premier.
Premier
sanctioning body.
I did want to remind you that the biggest IBCA event, 298 teams at San Antonio Rodeo, I finished 5th overall. Okay.
I'm proud of you.
And then, that was the day of. A couple days later, I wound up 6th overall. So I just want to remind you.
Only NASCAR people celebrate top 5 finishes.
Yeah. So now that I got bumped out of the top 5, it's no longer good. Because the day of I was top 5, so I'll just want to remind that. So or 6, exactly. Rob was I was right there with you at 69. Skin split on the leg cost me. Yeah, it was a tough contest. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I didn't deserve to be 55th overall, but
thank you all, keyboard warriors. It looks delicious.
It did look.
Let me know delicious. Let me how that picture tastes.
It did look. Oh, somebody got a DQ. Jeff, you got a DQ toothpick. Oh, yeah, got to pull them toothpicks. So ugly chicken. Apparently, ugly chicken. My shit was ugly too. That was good. I don't know, but I do want to. Do not want to take away from the event because Jen, she's in the comments. Super salty, but understandable. Jen ran a great event, the Danny Dietz Memorial Classic. I'm going to go back next year and hopefully, get that paddle. That's what I want, or at least get a walk. You got a paddle. At this point, I just want. At this point, I just want a 10th place chicken or ribs or brisket or whatever it may be. But the event was flawless. It was great. She had everything that she was promoting for was there. It was hands down. Cooks did not want for anything. It was a great run event by the Danny Dietz Memorial crew and everybody involved. So Jen, hats off, kudos, great job. We will be back next year for another run at the Danny Dietz Memorial Classic. So that was my weekend, Case. Yeah, and you were loving it. You were loving it.
I was not loving it. Originally, you had posted you had a 66th place chicken. So do you know how hard it is to scroll through 100 master tickets looking for the guy who finished 66? By the way, whoever finished 66 in chicken, I did. Well, whoever finished 66 in chicken, congratulations, because you had a nice 12th place final table brisket. So originally, I felt really bad for Rob because I know how bad he really wants to walk. And so I'm like, God, I can't give him shit. He finished 12th in brisket, so close. And then you called today and was like, well, it was actually 62nd. So then I scroll through today with you on the phone. I'm like, oh, yeah, you weren't even all that close on the other two either. So
keyboard warriors. Yes. A bunch of good cooks. Love the Danny Dietz Memorial Classic. It is a great one. James got a big call. I know he was out there. I saw him walk, so that's great. Congratulations. Jen says, thank you. Next year is going to be really one for the books. All right. So that was my weekend, and that was your weekend. Again,
If it makes you feel any better, we talked about it.
I don't need to feel any better. I was just saying what
Makes you
my
feel any
results
better.
were.
Before the tailgate lot even opened, I almost got arrested. So there you go.
What? Don't
Before
just
the
say it and
tailgate
not tell
lot.
the story.
So I get a little antsy when the tailgate lot gates don't open on time for the Texans.
Okay.
So, you get there early, you're waiting in line, and it's 8 o'clock. The gate should open. It's 8:02, it's 8:03, 8:05. Well, the geniuses that are the Houston Texans, after 20 years of football, failed to find the key to the yellow lot gate. So they couldn't unlock their parking lots. There's 2 gates. Ours actually did open, the main lot. So they decided to not let anybody in. So I honked my horn, pissing off a police officer. And my wife proceeded to roll the window up on me before I got tased.
It would have been a lot better story had you got tased, but and right now I'm rooting for you to be tased, but at least you did not get tased in front of your family. That would have been a little embarrassing.
Yeah, thank God my kid was there. My kid wasn't there, I'm probably game to get tased.
Yes. All right, so we got some sponsors to thank. I'm not going to go over the whole list, but Rec Tech, thank you very much for being a part of that. They're going to be a part of our deal at the American Royal in case has been tailgating with the Rec Tech product. Of course, we got Cosmos Q products, always keeping me in the winner circle, except at the Danny Dietz Memorial Classic, but that had nothing to do with Team Cosmo. I'm a very proud member of Team Cosmo. Yes, we also have the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads coming up December 9th and 10th in Uvalde, Texas. You guys have heard me talk about this. They need our support. So if you can make that event, please make plans to go out to Uvalde. Case, talk about those grounds out there.
Yeah, I know. You get in the wintertime in Uvalde. Speaking of Uvalde, the entire football team was at the Texans game sitting behind me.
That was cool.
It was pretty awesome. Turned around, looked up, saw the maroon in that community. So Uvalde is a fantastic town just on its own. Obviously went through something pretty wild and pretty tough and traumatic. And so we look forward to getting out there, celebrating barbecue, celebrating that great community. And this cook-off's a great one to do it at. So if you haven't signed up for it, I highly suggest that you make the trip out there. It's just remarkable facility. It's well run. It is a cook-off of a who's who cook-off. And so if you're a cook like me, it just means a lot for you to walk in that crowd. If you're a cook who thinks you're pretty good, we'll go out there and prove it. We hope to see everybody in Uvalde.
Yeah, absolutely. Texas Oil does. My good buddy Aaron Leslie got him a GC this weekend. And I'm sure I know he's using all the Texas Oil Dust products. They've got them all: rubs, brines, sauces, pickles, all of it. Texas Oil Dust. You can find them at all of your retail stores. Of course, you can go to texasoildust.com and get you some of that as well. And then right now, right before we bring him on, we're going to talk a little bit about Texas Original Charcoal, but there's no other better person to talk about Texas Original Charcoal than the man himself. So we are going to bring him on right now. Let's get that banner working. There he is, Joey Machado. Machado.
You don't want me to break down charcoal for y'all?
What's going on? Come on, Case. Give it to me.
Can you break it down?
Listen, we all know I live and die one pellet at a time, baby. So let's talk.
They're just baby trees. Joey. They're just baby trees. They're fine.
Yeah.
Yes, we will go. Yes, Uvalde Strong, CB. He's from the area over there. I think his son plays for the football team, if I'm not mistaken. Getting tased was probably better than that fourth quarter collapse. Ugh. But we don't want to talk about football.
Real quick, Joey. Oh, your team hasn't scored a touchdown. You're the only team that hadn't scored a touchdown. So, Cowboy fans, y'all shut the hell up. We got a good conversation with Joey right now.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. Yes, his son does play for the football team, so he was there in attendance. Case CB Barbosa.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome. Joey, welcome to the show. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you, guys.
Man.
Appreciate it. Appreciate the invite.
Absolutely. Lots new with you going on right now, sir. Lots new going on.
Lots of stuff going on. Not a whole lot's changed, except it's for me, right? So, what I've been doing. Go ahead.
For people that don't know you, I know a lot of them. Everybody here probably does, but let's introduce yourself, please.
Sure. I've been around the scene for a long time. Started out being the marketing director for B&B Charcoal. We pretty much launched that brand out there built it up into what it was all the way until it sold to Duraflame. And, it was great company, great products, great everything else. We just, just grew apart. They wanted to sell, I was still, wanting to build a good, solid brand. So of course, right after that, I kind of slid out and spent some time with Fogo Charcoal with Sebastian, and a great company, great products. But right in the middle of that whole thing, I had Tim Shear reach out and jumped on board with Tim to kind of expand their charcoal products. That's been my passion is the charcoal side of things, understanding how it all works, trying to put the best products in bags. And agreed, James, agreed. And a lot of things changed that day. But, one of the main things for me is I've always worked, no matter who I work for, I always worked for like it was my company. And a lot of people thought that B&B was my company. And, for a lot of people who don't know, I was working for a piece of that company. And basically that just never happened, and it was just good old boy handshake type of thing. And, and like I said, and that's why I put my heart and soul into building that brand into what it was. And when I saw that not coming, that's when I kind of slid off and, trying to do some other things, always trying to grow a better product. And finally, I just had the opportunity. I had the right people approach me. I had some guys who had some faith in me on the charcoal side, who actually wanted me to come on board and help them with other projects. And I agreed because I'm still running a private label company business. So we are still creating products for a lot of brands, may or may not be some of the companies I worked for in the past. But we do a lot of charcoal. And one of the nice things about it is, I wanted to put myself in a position to where I didn't have to deal with or didn't have to worry about doing a lot of bulk product, right? Truth be told, I just didn't want to do big box stores. I've dealt with every big box store out there. Rob used to help me out quite a bit tailgating when we were doing a lot of stuff with B&B, with Academy and, that type of deal. It was fun. It was great. It was everything else on the marketing side. On the sales side, it's no fun. It's very, very hard to make money in your in that market. Trying to sell to big box stores, it is it's a lot of work, and by the time that you get said and done, you can build a we can build a great business in a big box scenario, or we can build a really great business with just a specialty market. And I chose a specialty market side. So my Texas original products that we've developed are they're not going to be available in big box stores. So no Academy, no Ace, no True Value, no, any of those, no big groceries. We're not going to do it. And the reason why I don't want to do it is because the way that we're putting this charcoal together is I do have a premium product that we're putting in these bags. But because we are dealing directly with, it's going straight from my factory in my bags straight to my distribution centers, which I have 2 in Houston. I've got 1 here in Seguin, which we're actually putting up a factory store. I'll get into that later. So I wanted to build something where my dealers can buy directly from me. They can get in their truck and come straight to the distribution center and pick it up for free and go put it in their store. So I'm trying to figure out the best way they can put it in their store, make the most money. But then I also wanted them to have a really good, high quality product that when that customer came in to come buy, Vince's sauces or, anybody's specialty barbecue products in a store, they're walking out to the cash register and, there's charcoal and, they're like, hey, do you need any charcoal today? And they're like, hey man, you know what? I'm just going to pick that up Academy. It's $2 cheaper, awesome. Do that, but I wanted to give them a very unique product that they can't get anywhere else. Now it's kind of a deal. It's a loyalty thing. So, where do you buy your products? You buy it at Stone Cold, you buy it at Chopping Block. Who do you spend your money with? Texas Star Grill. Everyone's got their own unique retailer that they like to deal with,
or the barbecue store in Hempstead.
Or the barbecue store. We're getting there. I'm waiting on Dustin. We're supposed to be getting some product in a Dustin store.
Real quick, Joey. People are asking questions, and I will highlight them. I'm starring them for later. So if you do have questions for Joey or about the charcoal, put them in there. Johnny Maggs, I see your question. Daddy Dutch, I see your question. Oscar, I see your comment. So put them in there, and I will highlight them in just a bit. But go ahead, Joey.
Yeah, and I'll work with Rob. Anybody who's got any questions, Rob can post up. Get me to my social, DM me. I'm happy to answer any questions. But kind of the main deal for me, again, like I said, is given the opportunity to come and start my own charcoal company. When I kind of ventured off on my own, it wasn't to start my own charcoal company. It was actually to run a business to do private label. And in the process, I decided that, it was time to go ahead and just try to launch a label. For years, I've had people approach me about, starting my own brand or doing my own products or, doing all this other stuff. And I had a lot of excuses. It was never the right time. I had kids in college. I was, I had too much going on all the time. And I finally just, got up to here and said, I'm tired of doing everything for everybody else. I love everybody I've ever worked for. I'll tell you that right now. Even the ones that we didn't separate on the best terms, I still have high respect for everyone I've ever worked for. If I didn't work for B&B, I'd never be where I am today. I know and appreciate everything that I've done. We're all stepping stones to where I am today. But again, now here I am. Luckily I had a guy there in Houston who a lot of you may or may not know, Anthony Saragusa, who has owned Texas Original Pits for 20 plus years there in Houston. And, for a lot of you who don't know that pit manufacturer, he's just been a good old standard Texas style barbecue pit guy for a long, long time. Majority of his products aren't even seen around the area. We do a lot of business with Barbecue Guys, who is the biggest. They're going to be, I'm going to say, the only big box store that I really deal with right now. But they're an online retailer. That's right, Hector. And they're a big online retailer. They don't have they don't really have brick and mortar specialty barbecue stores. They have one store in Baton Rouge, but it's like all outdoor kitchen type stuff, mainly all gas. And so we have a relationship going with them. My products will be available for people who don't have a store in their area carrying the product. They can order it online and they'll ship it straight to your house. It's like Amazon. But our product is actually going to be it's going to be the most inexpensive product on their charcoal line of products. My goal is I want everybody to make money in this scenario. I need to make money because, for everything that I do, I have to make money. Secondly, I want my retailers to make money. And third, I want my customers to be okay with that $20 bill that they just let loose of for the product that they're going to go run this weekend. And anyone who kind of knows the way that I've run in the past, it's very important for you to like my fuel, right? I don't care. I get people every day going, "Oh, give me the charcoal and I'll be your ambassador." It doesn't work that way. You need to make sure this product works for you. And if this fits in your program, awesome. We also know that in the competition world, yes, everyone buys fuel, but the thing is the market for competition barbecue is this big. Our backyard is this big. So I have to have my backyard guys in order for me to continue to do business every day. The stuff that I do with my comp guys covers my marketing budgets. That's kind of it, and I'm going to tell you, I need these guys in the comp world because they're the ones who set the standard for everybody else, especially today. Anyone if they're doing social media and, TikTok, Twitter, I don't care what you're doing right now. People pay attention. And that's one of the most important things and the most important tool that we have, period, for knowledge, for, understanding anything. Just like Case is saying right now, the products it's going, that they're pitching his stores right now. Guess what? The brains of most of every pit out there, they aren't made in the States. The shells are made in the States. Some of those things are, but there's just not a whole lot of things that there's not a whole lot of things that unfortunately there's not a lot of things that are made in the States anymore. Period. And there's nothing wrong with products that aren't built here, but it sure is better when they're made here, right? But then again, then you have the deal with people bitch about them being made over there, but then they bitch about them being so expensive when they're made here. Unfortunately, we all have a very high standard of living, no matter who we are, and everyone wants to get paid. And
I got a question for you, Joe.
Go ahead.
No one's more uniquely qualified to talk about charcoal, and you just talked about all of your history with charcoal and where you have all been. We've all seen the B&B. Like before, I said this before, no one really knew about the B&B product till you came along and you put it in front of people's faces and stuff like that. And I know you're kind of already doing like a grassroots thing to where I've given out some of the bags already. I know some of the guys in the comments have tried it. I see James, I'm gonna he says he wants to try some real soon. I'll have a bag for you this weekend, James. You can try it and run it if you like, and let us know what you think afterwards. But but of the ones like you mentioned Fogo, B&B, and I understand there's different lines of charcoal. I've kind of learned a little bit just through you about charcoal.
Correct.
But what makes this different than some of the ones that we've already are familiar with?
So one of the things is with majority of the companies when they're making charcoal. So my charcoal comes from Monterrey, Mexico. 85-90% of all charcoal comes from Monterrey, Mexico. If it's not coming from Monterrey, it's coming from South America, it's coming from Uruguay, it's coming from wherever. I mean, there's a lot of Asian charcoal out there. There's only a handful of charcoal that is made in the States. Blues Hog is one of those charcoals. Their lump charcoal comes from Missouri. Roll Oak, some of their product comes from Missouri. But then at the same time, you have Roll Oak, Frontier, Cowboy, B&B, you name it, they all come from Monterey. In our plant that we have in Monterey right now, I've got over 100 different bags that we bag right now. And like I said, I see a lot of products in there every single time. But the key is for us, most of those guys don't deal direct. They got a broker. So there's a broker involved who's working the deal, trying to working the best deals on getting the charcoal. I deal with those guys. So we broker a deal in order to get them the charcoal they want. They give me the standards of what they want to do. We start conversations backwards. We have to say, where do you want to be MSRP in the marketplace? Once they tell me where they want to be MSRP in the marketplace, then we can kind of backtrack and we go, okay, well, you can get this. This is your spectrum of quality of products that you can get, and then if they don't want to push and, spend a little bit more for a little bit better product, then you get what you get, and a lot of people will see, I mean, like on B&B, for example, I'm just going to throw it out there. The quality of product, when I left that organization to the quality of product that it is today is not the same. And I mean, I have more and more people tell me that, whether it's the Mexico product, which is the charcoal products, or the wood products, which are coming from right down the road. The quality of product's just not there. And but again, that's what happens when you get a big conglomerate involved, that all of a sudden they're just worried about their profits. They're worried about the bottom line. They really don't care about, they've got a marketing group who's basically going to handle the people if there's complaints or anything like that. And they're complaining, send them a sticker, type of thing. I don't want to deal with that. I have no one between me and the plant. So I get to go and pick and choose what I want to put in my bag. So I have a better product in my bag. So, it's always been kind of a deal with most of those plants down in Mexico. They took all the best product, they sent it to the US, and they keep all the shit product in Mexico. And, and that's kind of what it's been, so you can literally, you go into Mexican meat markets all the time and you can find charcoal for $3. and it's just trash. It's a fireworks show every time you light a bag, but if you spend a little bit more money. Fogo had the big, greatest marketing plan in the world. They had a super high quality charcoal product. It was $28 a bag. Their main customer base was who? Green egg buyers who just spent $1,500 to $2,000 on a ceramic pot that they're cooking on in the backyard. But that's the deal is those people had such a high expectation for their products that they wanted the best, right? Mm-hmm. So that's where you had Green Egg Charcoal, did a phenomenal job for a long time until they deviated from the product that they had, and then they started putting inferior product in their bags. And then you saw these companies like Fogo start booming up. And then you saw like anyone who had an XL product, because all that is, it's Quebracho Blanco charcoal. That's the big lump charcoals that most of us can't use because it's too big. But that was a deal. But that's one of the reasons why Fogo was the number one retailer on Amazon for like 5 years standing. And the reason why was because they had this big old charcoal piece that could survive shipping. So by the time you got it to your customer's house, it was like a regular charcoal bag, which you would expect if you went and pulled it off the shelf. What I have to tell people is, even on my product that I have right now, the last 6 bags on that pallet are not going to be as good as the top bags on that pallet, right? When you go into an A store,
I got to start looking for new pallets every time I buy charcoal.
Exactly. And it's just like the bread truck, the racks that are on the very top, that's the best bread in the whole truck. But, it's kind of one of those things, and it's kind of a misnomer because people will go, hey, I got this bag today and it was so great. And then I got this bag and then it was, all dust in the bottom of the bag. Well, when you have a smaller A store,
we'll get to it.
When you have a smaller A store, those guys don't get full pallets, right? They like a CVS. They'll bring a gray tub in with a few bags of charcoal that they go, and they only sell like 4 or 5 bags at a time. It's difficult to get those guys really good fresh product, especially when you're dealing with a lump charcoal product. Now, in a briquette, on the other end of the spectrum, that product, you can ship it anywhere. It's not a problem. They hold up well. The briquette that I'm putting out today, and I don't know, have you ran that briquette?
I have not. I was going to talk about the lump. I have yet to run the briquette up to now.
So a lot of people are going to kind of notice the briquette that I have put out there right now. It's in a black bag, slick looking bag. When people look at my products, they're going to notice that they look good, but they're very simple. Okay. I didn't want to, you can save money on not having a crazy fancy bag with zippers and glossy and, all this other stuff. It's wasted money for me. If I can make a good enough logo, I'm cool with that, So basically on the briquettes that we have right now, they're not going to be as big as a B&B briquette as far as the circumference of that briquette, like the squareness of it or whatever, but they're going to be like super tall. So when you look, it's kind of like your microphone, that little
open the bag, Rob.
Oh, what? Open a bag. He says open the bag.
Rob.
Oh, you
open the bag.
Case
nah, it's good. It's good. We'll
mash the like button. If
people
you think
will figure it out.
Mash the like button if you think Rob should open the damn bag.
The briquette right now, you're going to notice is a really, really good looking briquette. So for some people who've had a briquette that they've, this orange bag that everyone's gone nuts over for the last 3 years, whatever.
I'm nervous for you, Joe. This is live on the podcast.
Oh, that's fine.
You're telling us how great this briquette's going to be.
Look at it.
Hold on.
Every single briquette that you pull out of that bag is going to be like that. So
let's do them.
Good job, Vanna.
I got 2 of them.
There's not going to be like broke up half ones. They're all smooth. And like I said, I mean, it's
3 of them.
It's a good solid product. Now, when you see them stacked together,
you're not lying.
There's a big air gap between these. That's why I didn't put any ridges. I didn't put no grooves. I didn't do anything.
You could have put a J on them for Joey.
That's later. That's later. You know what? In order to do that, it costs about 40 grand to buy that mold to be able to put a letter in it. And you know, and it's great and all, and it's awesome for branding, makes killer photos. But at the end of the day, I'm more worried about a product that's going to do well, a product that is people are going to be happy with. It was funny because I went to do an event with Richard Anzaldua. Did this little, he put up his store at an event, a friend of ours who's got Texas Firewalkers. I don't know if
guys,
you know.
I'll get to y'all's questions here in just a second. I promise you.
Okay. And so anyway, so Richard, you know, he's been a big proponent of B&B forever. And I had him burn some. You know, he was like, tell me all about it. And I was like, dude, just burn some, just figure it out. And then when I came back, he was like, man, he goes, you know what? I was giving up on this cooker because he's got the Oklahoma Joe barrels, I guess it is. And he was giving up, he said, because the barrel's been very inconsistent. And he ran these, and he goes, man, he goes, I put just as much as I did when I normally do the B&Bs. He said, but this ran a lot better. And he said, and these, the B&Bs burn from the outside in. He said, yours burn from the top down, you know, but pretty much for the same amount of briquettes, you know, mine burned just as hot, but a little bit slower. And, you know, and again, I mean, that's a lot, you know, from coming from someone who does it quite often. But go ahead, jump into your question.
Yeah, let's get some questions here. One of them is, Joey, are you going to come out with pellets? That's from Los.
I didn't ask that question.
Okay,
I've had so many people ask me about that. On the pellet game is extremely hard, right? In order to do a high quality pellet. Yeah, exactly. In order to do a high quality pellet, I do have some sources that I'm working with right now. It's not my plant. It's somebody else who's actually out of Mexico that we're looking at. We're potentially, but right now the best pellet manufacturer in the world right now is Candy Weaver, Barbecuer's Delight. So she actually with B&B, she private labeled all the B&B pellets, and now she does some of the Western pellets. Candy Weaver was like me. She never wanted to sell to big box stores. And really that's kind of where I got my theories from. And Candy's been in the business for 30 years. And but anyways, her deal is she didn't want to sell to big box stores. So she sold to someone like B&B who bought enough volume to be able to, you know, survive on a very, very slim margin to sell to big box stores. And so again, I mean, when you walk into Walmart today, you know, you got Pit Boss when they're normally retailing them. They're like $12 for a 20-pound bag, you know, and then you can go and find them on sale for like $5. You're constantly seeing that pellet sold down quite a bit. You know, independent retailers pay the price for that because again, they have high quality pellets in their stores. They have Barbecuer's Delight. They have B&B. They have, you know, there's another company that's doing an all natural 100%, you know, pellet. The equipment is extremely expensive. The wood is hard to get because again, you know, you have to where Missouri, where Barbecuer's Delight is, you know, I'm going to tell you, post oak don't exist there. They don't have post oak. So how that happened, I don't know, but like I said, it's, you know, there's a lot of branding things that you'll see on bags that aren't true, you know, but nobody's got enough money to go fight them. Right. You know, there is an oak in there, but it's just not post oak.
Yeah.
So, you know, a lot of the things that we did in that realm, I would love to look at the pellet game, but I'm also very interested to see where the pellet game is going to be in 5 years.
All right.
You know, you got guys like you know, like Ripped right now. You know, you've got, you know, if anyone follows Sterling, you know, if you want to see what's happening with the Green Mountain brand, you know, after what just happened with, you know, the Traeger debacle, you know, they just went a different direction. Same grill. They're just doing a different product, and it's going to be a pretty killer product. So there's going to be a lot of people who, you know, will venture into that. if you're at the Royal, I think that Sterling's going to wind up taking some of those units to the Royal.
Cool.
And like I said, it's still a product that's burning a wood source. It's just not pelletized. You know,
Wood
they're
chips,
just they're just burning chips.
All right.
So I didn't understand how they were going to work, but anyways,
one of the main questions we're seeing is where can we get the product? Where in Houston? That's what Willie Richards mentioned. We had Johnny Maggs. He's going to be in Houston, Austin area in a couple weeks. They want to know all the fine. Oscar's in the comments. He used Joey's products the last two cooks. I must say, great stuff. I too have been using it the past 2 weeks. Somebody asked about the drum. What was it? I just saw it. Brian, how does it run? How does it do in a drum compared to Royal Oak or Blues Hog? I can just speak to this product. I've been using it for the past 2 weeks. I run 2 drums, and I think I'm barely touched my second bag. I mean, it burns hot, it burns long, and you can immediately tell the difference from the Blues Hog that I was seeing to now. I mean, the wood, it seems a little more dense, a little bigger, but not crazy big like you were talking about, like we see with the Fogo. So 2 drums in where was I? Doesn't matter. Victoria. Ran a full bag and then had some left over for this next day, and I barely just got into my second bag after two events. So it's a great product, and it does run long, run hard. Okay. Where can they find it?
So right now, we have been Stone Cold was the first place that we went into in Houston. So Stone Cold's got it. 1883 Butchers. Is it 1883? I think they're out in Pasadena.
Familiar with them.
They are. It's a great butcher shop. If you get out there, I mean, they got 44 farms. They have a really, really nice selection out there. We have. We're in talks right now with Texas Star. So a lot of people, their stores are very nice. We've got. God dang it! What is his name? Texas Select. So he's going to be putting some product out at his store. We are supposed to be talking to Chopping Block. We're supposed to be talking to there is another butcher who's out in Conroe, talking to Dustin Stanley. We've got Eddie Medrano down in New Braunfels. We have got Crawford up in San Antonio. We've got about, look at that. Oh, he's spilling the beans.
1 lump charcoal bag runs 3 drums for him. Yeah, that's about what I was about the same. Yeah, there you go.
My goal doing this was, again, to give you a product that you had a long time ago, right? I mean, I'm not changing the game any. I'm just putting back the good. There you go, William Powell. They're in Texas Select. I'm just putting the quality back in the bag. That's really what I want to do. Yes. Oh, Granzines. Thank you. I forgot all about that. Granzines was actually my very first customer, because they're very local to my Seguin store. I'd set them up with B&B back in the day. And, I just went up there and took my price list because for those who don't know, I have the Texas Original brand, which was going to be my premium select brand. And then I also came out with another brand, which is called Chaparral Charcoal. But the Chaparral Charcoal I made for convenience stores, for smaller groceries, for anybody who wanted a non-premium priced product. Now, don't get me wrong. My products are not priced like any other premium charcoal that you've seen out there. What I tell my retailers is, it's $1 a pound. On a retail side. And again, for a lot of the people speaking up right now, if you're doing $1 a pound and you're getting a better burn out of what you normally get out of a 20-pound bag, it's not a bad deal. But people have to understand that this is a higher quality product. Now, again, briquettes, same thing. I have people experiencing better burns, longer time. You're getting more burns out of one bag. Perfect. So $14.99 on my briquette. And $19.99 is just what I'm saying on my 20-pound lump. But that's what I'm calling my MAP pricing. I'm just asking my stores not to sell it or not to advertise it less than that. Okay. Once it hits their store, I really don't care what they sell it for. so they can make as much or as little as they want to on that product. My Chaparral product, for example, I offer a 16-pound lump, and it's a good bag of oak lump charcoal, but most retailers are selling it for like $11, $12. So anyone who is a little bit more budget friendly, that product, or budget conscious rather, that's the product for them. Again, it's a 16-pound.
Are you shipping? Are you shipping? I got Daddy Dutch. He's in the Midwest. He has a couple of Iowa family-owned retailers and barbecue stores in mind. Chris Main also says
yes,
Maryland, the Grill Center in Maryland.
So anybody who's interested right now, by the end of the week, my website will be up. I've been fighting with that because I was trying to do 2 websites for both Texas Original Pits and for the charcoal. We were going to combine one. Now I've decided to go a different route. So we're fixing to launch that website on Friday. After that, it'll be all the info, all the basic stuff. People will start to see, what we're doing in the barbecue community. But we will have it, and we're setting up logistics right now to do it. When I built this brand, I built it to be able to ship this product, get it to my retailers, and they can still make money. They can still hold 40% on this product if they really wanted to sell to their customers. Trucking right now is stupid, insane. Trucks that we were paying, $1,200 for coming from a Laredo right now are costing me $2,300. So, we have to, everyone's got to eat that. But the good thing is hopefully within 2 years, trucking will kind of go back to where it needs to be. And then everyone will be able to make more money again and save more money again. The other thing that I'm kind of doing that's kind of cool that I tell my dealers right now is I do have a retail store that we're opening in Seguin, but it's going to be the most expensive store that you're going to be able to buy it at, right? So I'm not going to undercut my dealers. If people want to stop in and come get it, awesome, come get it type of deal, but I'm not going to be running fire sales at my store. You're not going to see me running fire sales on my website. You're not going to see me doing any of that type of stuff to take any dollars away from my dealers. I will pass those savings on to my dealers so they can do a 4th of July sale, or they can do an independent, a Memorial Day sale, or anything like that. That's what my goal is. I have a shirt coming out soon that I'll get out to some folks who are going to help me represent my brand. And, it's our Texas Original brand, but on the back it says support your local dealer, because that's my thing is if I can't build a loyalty with my dealers, I don't have anything, but if I'm giving them a product that they're making the most money on and my customers are happy with it at the end of the day, they're always going to be loyal to me. And as long as I can do what I'm telling them I'm going to do, we're going to have a great business.
What's going to be the website?
Yeah.
So the website is just going to be texasoriginalcharcoal.com. There's a placeholder on it right now. But like I said, it will be up and live shortly. I'm actually on my other screen right here. I'm finishing out a couple of things for my web builders right now. I still have my main man, Mark Suarez, with me. So everyone knows Suarez. They've all come to love him.
LFG.
Suarez has been with me from last 5 years. Videographer, photographer, you name it. He's been helping me out a ton with all this content that we're fixing to put together. The website is going to be, we're going to focus on education. Okay. So not only on, I don't really need to do competition education. We need to focus on ABC 1, 2, 3 education. And I've taken it kind of a couple of different extremes. We've got some brand ambassadors that we'll be announcing shortly. And I'll leak it. I mean, Rob is going to be one of my guys. And one of the main reasons why Rob is because people who know me, who've been with me since day one, I remember, those people. And Rob's been a great friend, and he's been a great help to everything that I've done in the past. And so a lot of the people that you'll see that are going to be on my very short list of representatives are people who that trust me and I trust them, and this is going to be a very unique situation. one of the ways that also further as we go, we'll probably have more ambassadors and more of this, that, and the other. And but my program is a lot different. You know, for the people who I'm working with, I'm not sending pallets to their house. You know, we're sharing in an experience, right? We're growing this company. If this is ground floor opportunity type of thing. I know that we're going to grow this thing into a beast in a very short period of time.
Yes.
But for right now, what we're doing is my ambassadors get fulfilled through dealers. So when they have a comp coming up that weekend, they're going to go hit their local dealer. They're going to post up and go, "Hey, here I am. I'm at so-and-so, you know, getting my charcoal, you know, here at X dealer." And I think that it needs to be that way. People need to understand that you support your dealers. You know, people need to understand that that's the way that that we can basically support everybody, right? I want my guys who use our products to support me. I support them. There's always cool opportunities. I think Rob can attest to that. We've always done a lot of cool things in the past.
It's fun.
And there's a lot of cooler things. I think we even have some stuff coming up with Cosmo, which should be kind of cool for 23.
Sean made a great comment. Very informative. Learned a lot about charcoal for sure. He will fly the flag.
Awesome.
These are all sweet nothings. You two can love on each other all damn night.
So I have dealers. I had a distributor in my showroom today pitching a lithium powered pellet smoker. Mm-hmm.
Bought 14 of them. Not me personally. My wife's probably listening. You know, you're saying this is a brand that's going to turn it, you know, so does Joey Machado not pick up the phone when Academy calls? Because you know, and I both know these brands, these companies have people, the brands that you previously represented, they're all in Academy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about Blue Zone, but
not Blue Zone.
But what I'm saying is, you know, so these brands, everyone's looking for the next great thing.
Mm-hmm.
If that's you, are you not going to pick up the phone? I know, like, I get it's not as fun to work. I said that. I came from big box retail, working for a very large dealer now, but it's a lot more fun doing what we do now because it's personable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but do you not pick up that phone? I mean,
I think
Academy's on line one. They want to buy product.
I'll tell you this. When I announced that I was going to launch my own company, a lot of those big box buyers that I dealt with in the past, they all called me and they wanted to know what I was fixing to do because they thought I was going to have the next best thing. And when we had that call, I just told them, I said, look, this brand's not for you, because they all wanted to know when they could have samples. And I told them, I said, you can't have samples. And they go, well, what do you mean I can't have samples? I said, this is not for you. If you want something, let me establish my brand. Let me build what I've got, you know, this type of deal. If you want something from me later, we'll talk about it and we'll create you a product that I will put my blessing on. I said, but you're not getting the same product, because why? Why should I have to do that? Why am I going to sell 3 times, 10 times the amount that I sell today?
What's up, Peter?
For no more money than what I make today, but 5,000 times more headaches. The infrastructure to get to the point to be able to do 100 trucks a month to an Academy or an Ace or anybody like that. By that time, I've got 60 employees. I've got crazy everything. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to make any more money. The company's worth more money, but at the end of the day, I'm not making any more money.
Hey, I do have your video up. Let's show this cool video. And if you guys are watching at the Tomball VFW, you know what to do right now. But here we go right now. This is the latest. Very nice. That was very nice work. Mark Suarez, great.
I could have dressed up in a
100%.
cowboy outfit and done all that for you, but it's fine. No,
You need a,
I
you need
could
a
have been-
mustache.
Funny story.
You need a
Funny story about this is I used to live out in Amarillo, or in Hereford, Texas, where that was shot, actually. And I used to work in the feed yards. I used to work for a company that we did cattle cooling systems in the feed yards. The guy who we planned on going to go shoot at this feed yard, and it rained so much and everything else.
Yes.
And we weren't able to do it. So we shot this at a buddy's house. The guy who's the chuck wagon cook is J. Arthur Garcia. He's out of Lubbock. Good friend. He's actually going to be one of my ambassadors as well, because we're going to chase that the live fire aspect as far as like chuck wagon cooks. And that's a whole other world, is just chuck wagon cooking. And so what we're trying to do is the education that we have coming out is going to be about all types of cooking. It's going to be about where your food's coming from. It's going to be, how these pits are being made, how the charcoal gets made, how they make briquettes, how they made the extruded product. We're putting out stuff that nobody has ever wanted anybody to really know, which is, it's just one of those deals. And I don't have anybody to please except for me now. So I want to tell everybody what I want to do. So right now, like I said, we have multiple things going on. So I've got Texas Original, which is my premium products. I've got Texas Original Pits, which is my barbecue pit company, which again partnered with Anthony Saragusa out of Houston, and we're revamping that whole line. That's getting released right now. People will start to see some of those new products rolling out. We already sell a ton of pits every year. And I mean, the numbers knocked me to the floor when I first understood really how many pits were being sold. And now with the new things that we're fixing to do to them, I think that those numbers are probably going to double. And now we have a program, again, like I said, with barbecue guys that, automatically they said, yeah, so anything branded Texas Original, we want. So they're taking all the charcoal. We've got seasonings and sauces coming. We've got a ton of accessories, because my goal at the end of the day is a small independent store can now have one vendor who can supply him everything he wants. And for that small vendor who may not have the real estate, he can still sell my pits, and he doesn't even have to stock them. So we can set him up. There'll be a dealer portal where he can actually sell pits. We drop ship him straight to his customer's house or to his location, whichever one he prefers, but it's his sale. So now all of a sudden we're giving these dealers an opportunity to floor plan $1 million worth of inventory without ever having to stock it in their store. And all that we're doing is we're basically cutting them a commission check. What's wrong with that?
This is
So all of a sudden, I'm sorry.
I said it's very exciting what's going on. It's like you got a lifestyle brand coming.
Exactly. And that's the goal. In a couple of years, you're going to see this is going to be Texas Original Brands. And it's going to have these little fingers that run out. That it's going to be the charcoal division, the pit company, whatever. But I still want to do this in a very small market, right? Now, I'm going to tell you one thing, like Ace stores aren't all corporate owned. If you go to a Westlake store, that's a corporate owned store. Now, they make one decision in one place, and the same thing goes in all 300 of those stores. Your regular Ace stores, they can buy anything they want to. They don't have to get everything out of distribution. Now, I am approaching some Ace dealers, and I will put this product in Ace dealers if they want to do it. But it's a direct sale from me to them, no distribution. Because again, Ace wants you to do everything, and they don't want to do anything, right? So we've dealt with them for many, many years. I love the Ace people. I just don't like the way the system works. West Texas. So we actually are doing a little bit of things out in West Texas right now. So we've talked to Champions. We've talked to a few of the select dealers out there. But we also have even Junior out in early Texas. Junior's going to start carrying it at his store. And like I said, we've got a lot of conversations going. The easiest thing to do is if you have a retailer that you deal with, a specialty store that you deal with, DM me. Let me know who they are. I'll be happy to talk to them, and we'll figure out how to make the logistics work. the main thing is if I'm doing this very grassroots, everyone who knows me, it's been very, very guerrilla marketing all the time. Nothing's changed. We're going to do it even more so probably now. But right now, our main thing is to get everybody to understand the brand, everybody to understand the quality of the product. The first products that I have rolling in right now, so I've had about 8 trucks roll in so far. There's about 60 pallets per truck when they come in. And it's mixed product, Texas Original, Chaparral product, whatever. The key for me is once I put it in your hand, you understand what my product is. That's my introduction to the product, right? If you like it, awesome, figure it out, buy some. If you don't like it, you're not going to hurt my feelings if you buy something else. I might have packed it, so like I said, for me right now, I used to be like, oh man, I sell this brand now and you're not burning my brand. And I thought you were my friend, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I want you to have the best product out there. I think I have the best product out there. If you don't want to run the best product out there, dude, that's okay. Most of those other guys are all my friends. So,
talking about the grassroots, I gave a bag to Greg, and he said I got the chance to try it out this last weekend at the Danny Dietz. Stuff was legit, awesome product. James Powell mentioned, haven't tried it yet, but I've heard good things. Looking forward to running it at some comps. James, I got a bag of lump for you, buddy. I'll see you this weekend. So that's how this thing works. We want to put it in your hands, let you try it, just like Joey said.
Are the SCA guys still big? I mean, ever since Brian Fox quit, I haven't heard anything about the SCA. So is SCA still alive?
Yes, it is. And I've been approached by several SCA guys. We're going to look at that. I'm not as big into SCA as I used to be, but we are going to. We're going to do. I have a plan for that, and we're gonna kind of work with it and kind of figure it out. Again, I'm starting a small group, right? I can't have 20 barbecue guys. I can't have 20 SCA guys. I've got it spread out pretty uniquely. We are, once we get through this first year, once we get to January, or say once we get to San Antonio Rodeo, after that, we'll probably see where we're at, probably bring a few more people in. I've got people already reaching out to me from Australia and from Canada and from, all this other place, just because they know me and they know what I've done in the past, that they want the product and, all that type of deal. Pete is up there at SCA. I missed that one this year. That was a good event. Actually, last year was pretty awesome.
That Peter Travis Tritt? I can't tell the difference.
That's Peter Travis Tritt. And the
event that it's a great day to be alive. I can tell you right now.
Exactly. The event that they do in that SCA event in St. Louis. So it winds up being a cage match, and they put all these cooks in a cage, and whoever wins $10,000. So I mean, there's some events out there that perk their ears up.
Speaking
like
of
I said,
events, Joey.
Yeah.
Last question we have, because we're running up on getting close to an hour and a half, and we still have the.
No, that's good.
Greg Rempe would be impressed.
Yeah, Texas Original at the Royal. I've seen a couple of mentions of this already.
He only travels to Oklahoma. Every time I look up,
I'm usually in
barbecue tailgating at OU games.
All right, so this weekend, or that Royal weekend, I actually have some plans already. I'm supposed to be in Mexico that weekend for an event. For the last week, every day I've had at least 5 or 6 people asking me if we're going to go to the Royal. I know I should go to the Royal. I didn't make plans to go to the Royal. My plan was for Rob to kind of represent me at the Royal. But I'm thinking, I'm seriously kind of thinking about it right now. It's
going to Rob. I get it.
Do what?
You don't trust Rob. I get it.
Oh yeah, exactly. Rob's going to have some tough competition this year. There's a couple of guys throwing down for going after that party of the year this year.
Fawn.
And Fawn's got a chance this year.
I honestly don't even know if we're competing yet, Joey. But,
I know, and Rob had approached me earlier in the year. I know that some things didn't work out normally like they normally do for you. And earlier, like I said, we had some prior commitments. I will have, if I'm not at the Royal, we will have product at the Royal. Go see Rob.
Spot
And,
207.
207. We
Texas.
there you
Hell
go.
Yes. Hell yes.
And I got to say though, Brian, I haven't seen Brian in a long, long time, but he's always up there. Always has great posts for everybody, all the time. I wake up every day and spend like an hour and a half trying to just it's birthdays and condolences every morning. And, I try to interact with as many people as possible. Right now, all the social media that we have right now, I do like all the social media. So if questions go unanswered, ask them again, because I'll get there eventually. Right now, I've got like 4 accounts that I'm kind of hovering over right now. I'm trying to get my daughter to start doing more of my stuff.
Awesome. Hey, this has been great. Well, let's run that video one more time before we get you out of here. Does that sound cool?
Appreciate it.
All right,
That's
let's
it.
do it. All right, let's run the video. Here we go. That is slick, brother. And I've known you over the years, and I've learned a lot about charcoal. But this always gets me. Do all your bags have easy open pull string? I'm in for sure. You got to teach me your ways on opening a bag of charcoal.
We've got some tutorials coming out, and it's going to show you the bags do open. There's a little knot on one side that you really got to make sure you have that off, and it will all open. But like I said, usually you've already been frustrated by that point. You pulled it too tight and then it won't undo again. But we do have some tutorials coming out. Like I said, Mark's been, we're keeping him busy right now, doing a lot of cool content. We've done a lot of cool content already with, events. And again, like I said, now that I have the pits and I have the charcoal, we're doing some stuff that's combined, but again, I'm also doing stuff with a lot of other brands on the charcoal side. I don't make a Weber, I don't make a drum. I don't make, some of the other things right now. And we will have that tutorial out quick. And, but like I said, there's, we want to, do I need a red hat and say, let's make barbecue fun again? I don't know. It's just kind of one of those things that, I got tied up in a lot of crazy things and, just like stressful things that I shouldn't have ever been stressful about. Now, even though I'm working way harder than I have in a long time, it's fun. I did inventory. I was on forklift. I had my wife out helping me load a trailer. I'm over there at the powder coating room where we're doing everything. And this week I wasn't supposed to be home. I was supposed to be in Houston for a couple of days. Rob knows I'm in Houston like Wednesday, at least 3 days a week when I'm not traveling. And even when I am traveling, I'm still up there. Chris Main. I need to see him. I haven't seen him forever. But there is a lot of cool stuff coming down the pipe. We want to have fun. Yeah, Mark's
Now's not the
always
time, Mark.
he's
Now's not the
always waiting on a pit. Always. That's how he
Brian,
gets
Joey.
paid. That's
So
how
good
he
luck-
gets paid. If you
Good
didn't
luck
know.
in your future endeavors. You always had my support. It's not the product, it's the person. That's definitely
Perfect.
true, bro. You're one of the hardest working guys, and to say you're working harder now than ever, that's saying something, brother. Well, we you got our full support, at least my full support. I'm sure Case's too.
No,
Once you come out with some pellets.
I even went to go visit Case in in Hutto.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I even went to go say hi.
At the premier cook-off that
I
Rob
know.
doesn't know.
I went looking for Mo and I found Case.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yes. Yeah, that is actually true. It's like, hey, Case, have your neighbor showed up yet? Hey, Joey, good to see you.
Yeah. No,
That's
you're
just
running
the
all
best
pellets. I didn't want to mess up your game, so I didn't throw anything at you. But
I didn't have
You
any
know.
Wi-Fi signal out there. I was screwed.
oh man,
Charcoal pellets. Well, Joey, thank you so much for coming on the
Hey,
show.
thank you, guys.
We'll definitely touch base with you again. Again, if you guys find me in spot 207, I should have some Texas original charcoal with me.
Yes.
And who knows? Maybe Joey will pop in. I'm
I'm gonna see if I can duplicate myself and maybe figure it out. But it's hard for me not to go because it'll be like one of the first times that I haven't been there. But I do want to say one thing.
Yep.
Mark, thank you for everything that you do, Mark Suarez. Even though those who know him, I mean, he's an awesome person. He's done great. But this was it was his last edit on this video. We just finished that edit yesterday. This was the premiere of that video. We didn't know where we were going to launch it, so I'm glad it was here.
right here.
And now it'll be on YouTube or OnlyFans or wherever it's going to be.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Joey, thank you so much, buddy. Best of luck. I know
Thank you, guys.
I know you'll knock it out of the park, brother. Thank you so much.
All right, we'll see you soon.
All right, Joey. All right, there it was Joey Machado with Texas Original Charcoal Products. Company. Roddy Trevino said it's classic. They're talking about your clip. Never gets old, Case. Haha. Pure gold. I agree.
I'm deleting all of y'all. Pretty sure I deleted Roddy a long time ago. But anyway.
Yeah, sorry. Let me hide this current comment. Badass show. Thank you. We're not done. We're not done. Hey, did you guys see?
Yeah, I'm still here.
I know. Did you see? I posted something right before the show started. I got a little wild hair. I think it's going to be fun, guys. We are going to do a So Smoking Gooder show barbecue power rankings. You guys see this if you follow
pure
sports.
Rob's opinion. So
No, it's not my opinion. It's your guys' opinion. You guys seen this? Like the MLB does a power ranking every week for the teams that are doing well, or they're doing however they're doing, right? They're doing good or bad. They rank them according to opinions. NFL does the same thing. I think Cowboys are ranked 32nd right now.
34th.
34th. Okay, 34th, and the Texans are probably midway through 20th.
29th.
29th. But you get ranked, right? It's not your past accolades. It's not how you've been doing in the past. It's what you're doing right here in the right now. And, from week to week. So these things will change. And these guys, this is where you come into play. I want your opinions. So every week, let's shoot them out. Let's put your top 10 out there. Don't get butthurt, people, but let's put your top 10 out there who you think is doing well right now across all sanctioning bodies, even the gold standard one.
The
gold standard. Yes, that would be
and the 4 meters.
Yeah, with the ones that run all the hashtags. We can do
and
all
the
that.
pals.
All that. CBA, IBCA, KCBS, SCA, not SCA. We got Lone Star. We got them all, right? Whoever you think you guys are doing well, let's put them out there. Let's put them out there, and let's put them in this power ranking because it's going to change from week to week. This will be a little segment that we do on the show. I think it will be fun. I think people may get butthurt.
Did you already make a power ranking?
I have not. I'm gonna.
That's going to be new next week.
What's that? Oh, the deadline.
Yeah. So will there be one next week?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Let's get them out there. Let me pull this thing down. Boom. Let's get them out there, guys. Put your power ranking. Case, I want your power rankings too.
So a top 50 performance at Danny Dietz is not going to get you in the top 10 on the
definitely not. Yeah, this is this was not the time to bust this out if you're a Bullhorn Barbecue team member. However, that's why it changes from week to week, guys. And it's not how they did that particular week. I'm talking about, go in their last 5 or 6 contests, how they're doing. If they're doing bad, if they're slumping, we all go through slumps. Case, you're currently in a 10-year one?
7.5.
Okay. We go through slumps. So if you guys are slumping, let's not put them in the top 10, right? Or let's drop them to 8th, if they're doing well. If they come back and do well, bump them up. I think it'll be fun. It'll be a neat little thing that we're doing here on the show. Let's see. Case should be number 1. See, AJ, let's go. The CTBA count. Yes. What is that? I'm just kidding. Corby. Yes, we can do it. See? Oh, we got some names already. CV Barboza getting some love. LC, Kit Polk, they've been hot. Exactly. So put them out there, Vincent, and let's rank them. And we're gonna put them all in a I'm gonna put them in there, and then we'll put everybody's one. Yeah, and it'll be
everyone's represented. So it doesn't, if anybody watched college football this past weekend, anybody can get in there. So all you Aggies out there that lost to Appalachian State, so whether you're cooking a small cook-off or you're, doesn't have to be like a Power 5 conference like IBCA. You can be in those other sanctioning bodies and be just in the top 10 too.
I think that'll be fun for the show, and we'll see how people are doing. And I think it'll be good. But speaking of people that are doing well, let's get to the Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics wrap-up recap in the Champions Barbecue Alliance. September Fest Cook-Off, the grand champion was Jay Hutchins from I Do Barbecue. The RGC, Billy Pribble. Smoke Kings Barbecue. DJ Carlson Memorial Bust and Burn. The grand champion was Jacob Carizales from Smoking Down South. RGC right there, my man, AJ Garza from God's Country Barbecue. Congratulations. Cowboy Cook-Off, grand champion, Matias Sadarada from Pit Boss Smokers, RGC. True Blue Smoke, I don't know the gentleman's name or lady's name, whoever that may be. Public Law Fest Cook-Off, Robert Smith, there he is, making that late season charge up the ranks. I think that puts him in the top 5 for CBA. From First Class Barbecue, the RGC was Baycliff Bluff Burners. Over in the IBCA, we've already mentioned this once before, the Danny Dietz Memorial Classic grand champion was Anna and Scotty Bryce of East. Brad Allen was True Blue. Thank you, Roddy. Anna and Scotty Bryce from East Texas Smokers, the RGC. My boy, Jonathan Barton, who's in the comments from Barton Barbecue. The guy's been hot. I would put Jonathan in my top 10, that's for sure. Anna and Scotty.
I don't have any videos of any of these guys.
I know. We need video. I need to do more of that and less sucking at the barbecue turn-ins. East Texas, Montgomery. I know. I hate it when I stick my foot in my mouth. East Texas Montgomery Fair grand champion with Cody Fife from TC Barbecue, RGC, JW Watkins, Porky's Bar Cookers. And over in Cypress, in my little neck of the woods, the VFW Post 8905 in Cypress, Texas, the grand champion was Cesar Cifuentes from Rub 'em Out Cookers. And the RGC was Ed Foster from Nine Finger Q. I agree. Barton is a beast. Been tearing it up for a minute. Glad it was a foot. Yes, me too. What's up, Gary Robertson? He's going to the Jack. What's up, guys? Eddie Morales is in there. All right, here we go. All right. Oh, that's Texas. That's Joey. All right. Over in the Outlaw case,
Pew, pew.
the Alford Watermelon Festival, grand champion, my good friend Timmy Esch from Tiny E Barbecue. Congratulations, Timmy. RGC was Kyle Spiker. And the Ennis Chamber of Commerce, the grand champion Brian Irby. RGC Stephen Powell. And over in Lone Star Barbecue Society, Fairfield Big T, the grand champion Greg Phillips. RGC Patrick Wiltsey. In the Washington County Fair, grand champion Bubba Molman from Bubba's Chuck Wagon. RGC, I guess, is his wife, Melissa Molman from Bubba's Chicks.
I want to recount.
That's
And you're,
that's
and
the
you're
kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff you get in Lone Star, baby.
I love his name is Bubba's Chuck Wagon, and her name is Bubba's Chicks, or maybe Bubba's Chick. You never know. Over in your neck of the woods, Case, Colorado County Fair,
The neck of the woods.
the neck of the woods, grand champion Todd Nelson from Double
The
Barrel
most
Cookers.
famous cook from Colorado County.
RGC was Ezra Wilson. You know that person?
Nope.
Nope. In Gorman County Cook-Off, grand champion, there he is, Aaron Leslie from Texas Oil Dust, and the RGC was Larry Allen. Whew, you're right, Jonathan Barton. That's a lot of cook-offs in one weekend. Damn. Let's count those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That is a lot of cook-offs, and they say that competition barbecue is dying. I don't know. I don't know about all that. But yeah. Thanks, Gary. We are having a good night doing this show. All right. And then the other order of business we have to do is let's remove this guy. Let's talk about some upcoming events. So what do I say? We had 13 events, 14? I don't know what I said just now.
13.
That's a lot. All right. Upcoming events this weekend in the Champions Barbecue Alliance, Patriot of Texas. All these guys you can still sign up for. I don't think any of these are capped. Patriots of Texas in Magnolia, Texas. My wife, Diane Arocha, will be the event rep for that event. That's in Magnolia. I will not be there, however.
Okay, Rob will have a chance.
I will not be there. I don't like, if I can help it, I won't do those. Los Fresnos Cowboy Cook-Off in Los Fresnos, Texas. The Denny's Memorial Scholarship Cook-Off in Needville, Texas is where I will be. It's run by Burley and James Powell. He's in the comments as well. Wild West Festival, Springtown, Texas. Those are all in the CBA. You can all still get in with that. If you guys want to see me over at the Denny's Memorial Scholarship Cook-Off, come say hello. Over in the IBCA, we have one cook-off in Kerrville. It's the Shriner 2022 September cook-off. And in Lone Star, Stephenville cook-off, Stephenville, Texas. An Apache Pass cook-off, Rockdale, Texas. Over in the Outlaw,
Pew, pew.
Whitney Chamber of Commerce in Whitney, and the Hella Shrine. I did have to go check that, make sure I was spelling it right. Hella Shrine Barbecue Extravaganza in Garland, Texas. Lots of tune-on. Y'all cooking in the Fort Bend County Fair Cook-Off. We aren't, but I'll be in Needville. That's not too far away. Yeah, September is jam-packed with events. You guys can do that. Willie Richards will be at the Denny's Memorial Cook-Off. Those trophies are fire for Denny. Are you going to be there, Renee? Let's do it. Let's have some fun over there in Needville. So, yeah. So let me pull this down. Lots of events going on this weekend. Lots of events. Can't get out of here without, where is it at? Where is it at? And I'm not going to play your video, Case.
I will be at Splashway Water Park this weekend. If anybody wants to come out and celebrate my 39th birthday, I'll be at Splashway. So,
Aaron got a call. Let's do Aaron.
Well, hello there. How you doing? I'm Aaron Leslie with Texas Oil Dust, and today you're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show.
see, we had a video.
I know I should have played it at the time. I'm liking this right here.
Hey there, everybody. This is Aaron, the Retro Guy, host of the Morning Roast Radio Show, and you're locked in to the So Smoking Gooder Show. Give it to them, fellas.
Give it to him, fellas. Case, give it to him. All right. Where's that brand? Here we go. All right. We did talk about Aaron Leslie. Let's talk about Texas Pepper Jelly before we get out of here, Case.
Yeah, we just came off the new blended honey's out there. It's the sweeter side of Craig. He hates when I say that. And so if you've tried it, be sure to tag Craig in any post. Say, man, this is great. Your sweet side is great, Craig. And I actually ran this weekend on the pork butts at the tailgate. Man, they were fantastic. So the hot sauce is out, the peach hot sauce. If you had ghost pepper peach hot sauce, it's really fantastic. It's hot. I'm not a big fan of hot. I've tried it. I survived, but you should too. It's not as hot as the stupid one chip challenge all the kids seem to be eating.
Yeah. Have you done that?
Hell no.
Have you ever done a wing challenge? I bet you have. I bet you've done that.
like total wings or hot wings?
Like hot wings, you know, where they
I'm
give
more
you.
of a quantity, not a
All right. Summer Moreno Insurance from Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. She can insure you guys. She can do all of your barbecue toys, your smokers, your grills,
your
your
life.
toy.
We're all not healthy.
Exactly, your life. 100%. Make sure you get in on that. Eureka Heights Brew Company. I was sharing the love last 2 weeks of the Something Light, and it's been getting rave reviews. Willie is in the comments. He said, "Hey man, can you bring me a couple cases of that this weekend?" He is. I'm not lying. Willie's is right. Willie is right there. I am bringing you a couple cases, Willie. I will have some of the Something Light with me, so you guys can try that as well. It's great. It's refreshing. 2 carbs, 100 calories to get us in svelte shape. Case
Diane's going to be another cook-off. He'll be bringing some buckle bunnies out to Needville.
Look, we got a comment from Twitch. I may have to come out and meet you. First time chatting, in love with the show. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much, buddy.
Hey, Twitch guy.
Twitch is coming around. I see that. Roddy says you deleted him. He can't tag you.
What?
Damn.
That's a joke.
Great show, fellas.
He's
See you
not-
on the
I did
trail. Still not done. Where's the brand? Who else have we? Bull printing wraps and graphics. Talk about bull printing.
Time out. I'm clarifying this.
What is that?
Friends. Friends.
Y'all are
I don't
still
want to hear
friends.
nothing. I don't want to start those rumors and those lies. Bull printing, best in the business, large scale. Man, I've got whether it's banners, wrapping your traders, get it done right with the guys here. Cheeto and the gang are just remarkable artists and craftsmen when it comes to making this stuff happen and looking right. If you're going to spend all that money to look good going down the road, do it right and make sure it lasts a long time.
Yes, and we have Clark Compression and Components. It's a family-owned company since 2001, where you go for all your parts and service for all your gas compression needs. We offer field service maintenance, overhauls, in-house repairs, and parts for use in all natural gas engines and natural gas compressors. That's Clark Compression and Components. They're probably hanging out at the Tomball VFW right now.
Drink.
I'm loving the Tomball VFW. We were just there celebrating Bell's birthday last weekend. Happy birthday, Bell. Was that last weekend or was that 2 weeks ago? That was 2 weeks ago, because last weekend I was getting my ass whooped at the Danny Deeds Memorial Classic. And finally, the barbecue store in Hempstead. We've talked about them all the time. It's where you can get all of your products, anything you need for barbecue under the sun, and they ship it to you, right, Case?
Yes, absolutely. They ship it to you in a hurry. So if it's Wednesday night, you've got a need for something this weekend, get that order in tomorrow morning. You've got a good chance. If not, someone along the way will get it to you at the cook-off for sure. Those guys ship out extremely fast, so get it done. Best in the business. Looking at you, Rockin' A Grilling Supplies.
And it's hashtag where you go to win. Before we get out of here, we can't not talk about the Danny Deeds Memorial Classic. I talked about it earlier, but they are a sponsor of the show, and glad to have them. They're going to be talking about them all year round, leading up to when the inevitable contest where
Can we see all your tickets? All 3 of them?
No, I don't have any. I don't have anything. I have them all. Yeah, I just don't know where they are. I see what you did there, Dick. Are you cracking yourself up? My goodness. Still not as funny as this. That was actually me going into the Danny Deeds Memorial Classic, all confident, walking out, let's go. And then I hit some black ice and banged my head on a pole. And that was my weekend as well. You're still having fun with that. All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we thank you for tuning in to yet another edition of this fun show, man. I had a blast. Are you crying? Freaking, you made yourself cry?
It was great.
It was
the timing was amazing.
So I did put out the show notes. Next week, we're going to have Brad Leininger from Getting Basted. He won the Memphis in May Yeah, maybe. We'll see if he ghosts us again. Memphis in May. He's the many-time KCBS Team of the Year. We talked to him right up in front of the Royal. We'll get
World's
him on
most annoying cook on Food Network. Yeah, can't
Food
wait.
Network. He's been all over it, man. All over. We'll have Brad Leininger on, and then I'll be doing a live remote from the American Royal. So that's going to be the next 2 shows for the So Smoking Gooder Show. Brad Leininger next week, live remote from the American Royal. Case will not be joining me this year, sadly, but we'll be out there. We're going to be in spot 207. If you want to come hang out with us, we'd love to have you. Let's talk some barbecue. Maybe I can share the love of some of that Texas original charcoal as well. All right, Case, let's wrap it up, Bubba.
Yeah, fun show tonight. Big wish luck out there. Support your local dealer by supporting Joey Machado, Texas Original Charcoal. Because I can tell you right now, if you're buying Joey's product, you're buying it from a dealer that we probably love here in Texas and hopefully from about. So if you see Texas Original Charcoal, grab a bag, support Joey. He supported the show. He supported a lot of cooks. And he's just a hell of a guy when it comes to barbecue. And I wish him all the luck in the world with the new venture. But yeah, other than that, man, I don't have anything. Enjoyed the show tonight, and you probably deserved it.
Oscar said me too. Oscar said me too. Tom and Bell still watching from the Tomball VFW.
Drink one more
Yes.
time. Tomball Vietnam. Drink again. And good night, everybody in Barbecue Nation, YouTube, California.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Thank you sincerely for watching the show. It really means a lot to us, and we'll see you guys next week, 8 o'clock, Wednesday. Thanks again. We'll see you. We're out.